Imagine if a single weekend could completely reshape the international rugby landscape. That is exactly what happened. Across the rugby world, powerhouse nations made bold statements, exciting young talents seized their opportunities, and legendary rivalries suddenly felt even bigger than before. Some teams walked away believing they are ready to conquer the season ahead, while others were left with difficult questions that still need answers. As the July international window comes to a close, one thing has become impossible to ignore. The race for rugby supremacy is only getting more intense. No team captured the spotlight quite like the All Blacks. Before facing Ireland, there was still uncertainty surrounding the new era under head coach Dave Rennie. Victories over France and Italy had shown flashes of brilliance, but they also exposed slow starts that gave opponents confidence. Against Ireland, another sluggish beginning simply wasn't an option. The challenge was enormous, and the All Blacks knew they needed a performance that would silence every doubt. From the opening whistle, New Zealand looked like a completely different side. Every run carried purpose. Every tackle was packed with aggression. Every attack placed Ireland under immediate pressure. The All Blacks played with a level of confidence that had been missing in previous weeks. Although one of their tries arrived after an unfortunate error from Stuart McCloskey, New Zealand's dominance had already been established long before that moment. By halftime, they had stormed into a commanding 28-7 lead, leaving one of the world's strongest teams struggling to keep pace. More impressive than the scoreline was the attitude. This wasn't simply a team winning a rugby match. It was a team rediscovering its identity. Under Dave Rennie, the All Blacks are beginning to play with freedom, belief, and relentless intensity once again. Supporters can now see the direction this squad is heading, and with every passing week, confidence continues to grow. If New Zealand announced its return in spectacular fashion, the Springboks quietly reminded everyone why they remain one of rugby's greatest forces. South Africa's convincing 43-0 victory over Wales wasn't only about the scoreboard. Difficult weather conditions made expansive rugby difficult, but that never distracted the Springboks from their objective. Instead of chasing spectacular moments, they focused on discipline, physical dominance, and clinical execution. Head coach Rassie Erasmus deserves enormous credit for another reason as well. While many international coaches hesitate to trust inexperienced players, he continues investing in the future. Throughout the July series, new faces have been given genuine opportunities to prove themselves, strengthening South Africa's squad with every passing match. One player who has taken full advantage is Paul de Villiers. Week after week, he has looked increasingly comfortable at international level, showing maturity, composure, and confidence beyond his experience. His rapid development provides South Africa with another valuable weapon as they prepare for even tougher challenges ahead. That is the mark of a championship-winning team. Success isn't measured only by today's victories. It's also built by preparing tomorrow's stars. Right now, the Springboks appear to be achieving both. Meanwhile, Australia entered the weekend carrying enormous pressure. Recent defeats had damaged confidence, critics were growing louder, and supporters desperately wanted a reason to believe again. The Wallabies responded in spectacular style. Facing Italy, Australia exploded into the match with breathtaking intensity, crossing for 3 tries in the opening 12 minutes. Suddenly, everything seemed to click. Their attack flowed naturally, their passing was sharp, and every player looked eager to make an impact. Among the standout performers was Josh Canham, who delivered the performance of his career by scoring a memorable hat-trick. At the same time, Declan Meredith continued to impress with his calm decision-making and growing confidence, giving Australian fans another exciting young player to watch. By the final whistle, Australia's 57-10 victory wasn't simply another win. It felt like the beginning of a fresh chapter. Sometimes all a team needs is one complete performance to rediscover belief, and this could prove to be exactly that moment for the Wallabies. England's weekend, however, unfolded very differently. For much of the first half against Argentina, England looked comfortably in control. Their attack was efficient, their defense was organized, and a healthy halftime lead suggested they were heading toward a routine victory. Then everything changed. Yellow cards began to disrupt England's momentum, forcing them to spend crucial periods defending with only 13 players. Suddenly, Argentina sensed an opportunity, the pressure increased, and the atmosphere inside the stadium completely shifted. It looked as though England might collapse. Instead, they showed remarkable resilience. Every tackle became a statement of determination. Every defensive stand demonstrated incredible teamwork. Despite their numerical disadvantage, England refused to surrender, fighting until the final whistle to secure an important victory. Their discipline remains a concern, and repeated yellow cards cannot become a regular feature of their performances. However, their ability to survive under immense pressure showed a level of character that should not be underestimated. Argentina will undoubtedly feel disappointed. They had momentum, possession, and a golden opportunity to complete a memorable comeback, but crucial mistakes prevented them from taking full advantage. Away from rugby's biggest headlines, another encouraging story was quietly developing. The United States continued building confidence with another valuable victory, while Hong Kong China produced one of the biggest surprises of the international window by defeating Uruguay in a thrilling contest. Results like these demonstrate that international rugby continues to grow, with emerging nations becoming increasingly capable of challenging established opponents. Of course, not every discussion focused on the players themselves. Once again, the television match official became one of the weekend's biggest talking points. While technology undoubtedly improves decision-making, many supporters believe lengthy reviews interrupt the speed, emotion, and excitement that make rugby such a thrilling sport. Finding the perfect balance between accuracy and maintaining the natural flow of the game remains one of rugby's biggest challenges. As the curtain falls on another memorable July international window, the picture is becoming much clearer. The All Blacks are rapidly finding their rhythm under Dave Rennie. The Springboks continue building one of the deepest squads in world rugby under Rassie Erasmus. Australia has rediscovered confidence through exciting young talent, while England has shown they possess the resilience to survive even the toughest situations. Most exciting of all, the countdown has officially begun for another chapter in rugby's greatest rivalry. Whenever New Zealand and South Africa meet, the rugby world stops to watch. Every collision carries extra meaning. Every point becomes priceless. Every moment has the potential to shape history. Judging by everything we have witnessed this month, both teams appear to be improving at exactly the right time. If their current form continues, supporters around the world could soon witness one of the most spectacular test series in recent years. The July internationals may be finished, but the real story is only beginning. New stars have emerged, confidence has been restored, fierce rivalries have been reignited, and the battle to become the world's #1 rugby nation has never looked more exciting. The next chapter promises even bigger moments, even greater drama, and rugby fans everywhere will be watching every second.